The Washington Post is signaling there may be more revelations about what CBS News knew about claims of inappropriate conduct by former anchor Charlie Rose. In a story published yesterday, the Post detailed 3 occasions during which it says CBS managers were warned of Rose's conduct. The newspaper spoke to 27 women who claim Rose sexually harassed them, including 14 here at CBS. One of the Post reporters then tweeted, "It's not over yet." Anna Werner is following this story. Anna, good morning.
Good morning. CBS News says it cannot corroborate or confirm many of the situations described in the Post's report. The company has said it never received complaints of sexual harassment by Rose before his firing last November, but Rose's conduct allegedly spanned decades.
His behavior in some ways remained remarkably consistent over the years as to how he would act toward women in the workplace.
Washington Post reporter Amy Britton says her team spoke with 107 current and former CBS News employees.
Welcome to CBS This Morning.
Many of whom allege a pattern of inappropriate behavior by Charlie Rose.
It was repeatedly groping, lewd sexual remarks, calling women late at night, asking them personal questions about their sex lives.
The paper reports CBS management was told about Rose's conduct on 3 different occasions dating back to 1986, when he made lewd comments to a staffer on the CBS Morning News.
Welcome to the debut of CBS This Morning.
In the days leading up to the 2012 launch of CBS This Morning, an employee told then-executive producer Chris Licht that Rose forcibly kissed her. CBS says Licht spoke with Rose and abided by the accuser's request not to tell Human Resources. A CBS spokesperson says that was within the scope of CBS policy at the time. Licht moved on to lead The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, as Ryan Cadro assumed the role of executive producer for CBS This Morning. The Post reports Cadro's former assistant warned him last year that Rose was treating another employee to what she considered unusual lunches at expensive restaurants, while Rose floated other job opportunities to her. According to a CBS spokesperson, Cadro determined it was for a job interview. He says his former assistant did not tell him about inappropriate behavior.
There was not knowledge of these events.
CBS News President David Rhodes has insisted the network never protected Charlie Rose. In a note to employees, he revealed the company has retained an outside law firm to help investigate sexual harassment and misconduct complaints. Britton says her inbox is filling with potential new leads.
We're looking at the information that is coming in, and we're vetting it, and we're continuing our reporting.
Charlie Rose has not responded to a CBS News request for comment, but told the Post, "Your story is unfair and inaccurate." Through an attorney, 3 women also told the Post they plan to file a lawsuit in the coming days. Gayle?
All right, Anna, thank you. Listen, the more you hear about the story, the more awkward and more uncomfortable it is. But the good news is, if you can say good news, is that the company's investigating, hired somebody from the outside, and I really do feel let the chips fall where they may. This investigation is continuing, and we take it very, very seriously.
As the son of somebody who worked in the news business in the 50s and 60s, I think about the women who had to come forward, what they had to, the anguish they had to live through, the courage it took to come forward, and the frustration of having to be silent and feel like you can't have a voice. So it's good that they can get some kind of relief through this investigation. I also think about the other damage in this, which is all the people who work here those long nights, who fling themselves across the country to go cover stories, who are a part of this now and dealing with it as well.
Which is why it's important we're investigating the past, but even more important that we're moving forward.
Yeah, and that there are a lot of professionals in the building doing a very good job. I don't want people to forget, there are a lot of people doing a lot of good work here, as you pointed out.
Well said.